Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli with Little Blue, and continuing, of course, with the Falcon Winter Soldier Part 2 now. Now we're up to episodes 3 and 4. And with episode 3, Power Broker, and episode 4, The Whole World is Watching. Now, what about these episodes? I guess starting with episode 3.
Well, the Power Broker, we're introduced to the Power Broker, who's basically the financier, you might say, for the Flag Smashers, this revolutionary group or terrorists, however you want to look at it, that have taken the super soldier serum,
Right.
that this doctor has manufactured. So now you have a group of super soldiers that are revolutionaries that are terrorizing and basically taking from the rich to give to the poor.
Right.
Noble cause, but they're going about it the wrong way because people are getting hurt, people are dying. And so this is where Falcon and Winter Soldier come into play. And this so-called Captain America and his...
John Walker
and his sidekick.
Lamar.
Yeah, don't know what his handle is exactly, but it's, he's his sidekick, basically.
Yep. And in episode 3, Zemo appears, of course.
Yes, Zemo appears. And
After an episode, the last scene of episode 2 where he's teased, and so on.
Yeah, and we find out that Zemo is basically a baron, meaning he's from a moneyed family. So he has a lot of wealth, and he has a lot of means, and he has the means to get the Falcon and Winter Soldier into areas where they may not have been able to get to, and he has connections where he can find the Flag Smashers, which is what Sam and Winter Soldier are trying to do. Sam and Bucky, they're trying to dismantle these Flag Smashers.
Right.
So Zemo proves to be beneficial, but he has his own hidden agenda, so to speak.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, all three of them, they travel to where exactly? I forget.
Can't remember the country, but it's a very bad place because they meet up with the Power Broker. Power Broker turns out to be a lady.
Yeah.
And not so much of a lady, but they're busted. Their cover's blown, and
Right.
they have to escape. Sharon Carter comes on the scene. Sharon, helps them out of a really bad situation. And
The only reason that she's there is she's trying to stay alive.
Yeah, exactly. She's trying to stay alive.
Yep.
So, and she's basically been on the run since she gave the equipment back to, Captain America and
Steve and Bucky and Sam, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
basically helped them escape.
Right. And as for the rest of episode 3, big action sequence in this area with containers, and then at the end of the episode we see one of the Wakanda soldiers.
Yes, finally Wakanda comes into play here, and they want Zemo bad.
Yep.
Because he's responsible for King T'Chaka's death.
Yep.
And that's why they're after him. Bucky buys some extra time from the general and
Right.
The Wakandan general, and says, but she only gives him 8 hours. So,
And then in episode, we then come to episode 4. The whole world is watching, and we have another flashback of Bucky in Wakanda.
exactly.
Yep. The Wakanda soldier naming out the words.
It takes out. It goes back 6 years and shows when he's finally freed of that red book that had the codes in it. And,
a curse to Bucky.
Yeah, which is a series of just random words, benign, one, and the key word that sets him off is freight car.
Right.
So she goes through those words, and he's fighting it, and he says it's not going to work. She gets to freight car, and he sits there, and he starts crying because he realizes, and she says, "You're free."
Right.
And he knows he's free, and then he's crying, and he just starts laughing because he realizes he is now free
Right.
of this program.
Yeah, because there could be
that,
there's definitely would have been a way for him to break out of that, for that curse to end.
Exactly.
Right. And then what else happens? Okay, Sam does negotiate with Karli, tries to talk with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's starting to work.
But then John comes in and ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, of course. You know,
Yeah.
So-called Captain America gets impatient.
You got to do the fingers, you know.
Yeah,
So-called Captain America.
Yeah, can't stand him.
No.
He's a good actor. He plays the part well.
Yeah. But in this, we kind of see because he's really being an a-hole, you know.
You know from.
It happens later in this episode.
They knew, the writers knew, the actor knew he was never going to be accepted as Captain America because Steve Rogers is Captain America.
There is one Captain America, and that is Steve.
That's exactly right. And
has been and always will be.
Exactly. So
John Walker is. It's like there's only one Iron Man, and that's Tony.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's which is mentioned in Far From Home. So
yeah, exactly.
Also, because because even Karli calls Sam's sister. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It doesn't Karli wasn't really threatening or anything like that, was she? Like. Even Sam kind of misunderstood, thinking that Karli was.
Sam sees something in Karli that is, you know, he knows that she's not a lost cause.
Right.
Zemo thinks she is. He thinks just because that she took the super soldier serum, she's a lost cause.
Right.
And that any of them that did are.
Right.
And you see him, you know, he goes after her, he shoots her. He tries to kill her,
right.
And he ends up. She has a bunch of vials left from the super soldier serum, and he starts smashing them.
Right.
Until Captain America comes in and knocks him out and takes one of the vials.
Right. And later in this episode, like, you know, there's a big chase, and then it comes to when Lamar gets killed.
Yeah. And that's
when John goes berserk.
Yeah, he goes berserk. Which is why if you go back to the original Captain America movie, First Avenger, the doctor who created the serum tells tells Steve when he asks, "Why me?" It's because the serum amplifies everything. It amplifies the personality. It amplifies their character. It amplifies their physical abilities. It makes them stronger, and it can either make them better or it can make them worse. What's already bad is made worse. Whatever is good is made better, and that's why Steve was chosen, because he was good at heart. He was a fighter, but he was always for the little guy. John Walker is not.
Right.
War hero, big war hero, medals. The whole ball of wax.
Right.
But he didn't have the right mindset. He was already cocky. He was already arrogant. So it just made it worse.
Yep.
So naturally, when you take this super soldier serum, everything is amplified. The bad is amplified. That's what happens to him.
Yep. And, you know, the big shocking scene is when he kills one of them, you know.
Yeah. And all this, and this is where the title "The World Is Watching" comes into play, because there's a whole crowd of people with their phones videoing this guy.
Correct.
Killing this guy in cold blood with the shield. Oh, takes the shield and just repeatedly hammers it into his chest.
The shield itself.
The shield itself. Talk about a sacrilege, man. I mean, that's like, that would be like mixing holy water with whiskey or something. I mean, it's awful.
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah, we see the end of this episode. And Sam and Bucky, they're both, they come in at the end of it.
And so does Karli, yep.
And so does Karli. They see the aftermath, but it's very clear what has happened, because there stands Captain America holding the shield up over this dead man laying there with blood all over the shield.
Right.
And this guy isn't even the one that killed Lamar. So.
Yeah, that's true. Karli did, so.
Yeah.
But with all that, because those are the 2 episodes, you know.
The 2 episodes and 2 to go.
Yep.
2 down, 2 to go.
That's right. Episodes 3, Power Broker, and episode 4, The World Is Watching. Now we're up to 2 more episodes. And part 3, of course, being the final one. And any last words on the episodes 3 and 4?
Keep watching it. I know it's season 1 just had its finale a couple of weeks ago.
It had its season finale literally right after the season finale. That's when we started reviewing the show.
Yes. So
he hasn't seen the episode yet, but we will. So
yes. So it's a good series so far. Season 1, very good. It's Marvel, man.
Yeah, the MCU.
It's Marvel MCU.
So with all that, that's part 2, our review of episodes 3 and 4, and stay tuned for the third and final part of our review of the Falcon Winter Soldier, episodes 5 and 6. So that'll be exciting. Anyways, and as you said, episode 5 is a watch, because of after what happened in the 4th one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you hated Captain America, I know people who actually stopped watching it after episode 5 said, I'm not doing this anymore because I can't stand this guy and I don't want to see this get any worse. Well, you need to watch the next episode because he's going to get his comeuppance, trust me.
Right. So again, with that being said, that's our review of episodes 3 and 4, part 2, of course. The third and final part is on the way. So stay tuned. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video/review, and stay tuned for part 3. Take care, peace out, and Avengers assemble.